Hi. Well,
Hey.
we're gonna be talking about like art issues and basically stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, who wants to start?
You can.
Alrighty then. What kind of issues should I talk about? Body issues? Past? That will definitely be an interesting
I'll be very interesting.
one. Mental problems.
Oh, I have plenty of those.
Oh yeah, we both do. What else? What else is there?
Confidence issues.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely
That's
confidence
big.
issues.
Definitely big with us. Family issues are definitely big
Yeah, I
with
was
us
gonna
too.
say that, and
I need to move
also
my leg.
emotional issues.
Oh my god, I have those horribly. Let's start with emotional,
Okay.
since I don't really care about what people think right now.
They can see you, but they can't see me.
I've been having basically emotional problems since I can kind of remember. I've always been basically an emotional wreck, and I learned to shut my emotions off. I've learned to only shut down certain ones, and then I can shut everything off. It definitely helps when you're just breaking up with someone and you're feeling pain and you don't want to feel that. I know a lot of people out there, I actually used to do this personally, go and cut themselves to release their pain. I don't do it no more. He's not coming down.
I was gonna say, I hear something up the stairs.
I used to do it. I don't do it no more though. I just basically lock myself down. It helps me a lot because I'm not self-harming. And right before I think about self-harming, I think of her and how much she'll hurt me even more than that hurt. But what about?
You hear how dangerous that sounds?
That's about kind of it for my emotional state. Yeah, I've basically learned to block it out, like block my emotions out, and be like basically kind of fake my emotions. She's one of the only people that can actually tell what I'm feeling when I'm faking.
Yeah, like when she just sits there, she acts like she's all okay. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with her? Fucking tell me right now, or I will kill you.
She does that a lot, just letting you know that.
Especially when we're in art class and everybody looks at me like I'm
worse.
freaking psychotic.
Okay, now your turn.
Okay. My emotional issues, I'm an emotional person. I cry. Unfortunately, I cry. Like, I've had a lot of shit that's happened to me, and I've had a lot of people that has turned their back on me and basically given up on me. Growing up, I have always felt abandoned, so I'm used to people leaving, and I hate getting so attached to people because whenever I get attached to them,
We seem to push them away.
yeah, and they always end up hurting me.
It's a habit for us to push them away because we know that if they leave, we'll be extremely hurt and we wouldn't know what to do. That's why so many of my past relationships have failed. I pushed them
I only
away.
had 2 past relationships, so.
Well, most of them were like really short because I pushed them away really quickly because I start to get attached. I get attached kind of quickly, and I push them away because I'm scared of the attachment. And it's definitely different if you're pushing someone away and then, like, you're used to pushing people away and then you get pushed away. It's definitely, you kind of get to feel what you've been doing to other people. And it definitely sucks. But, sorry to interrupt you.
Okay. But I've never had that feeling of getting pushed away. I hate pushing people away, but I also hate getting attached to people. And I don't want people getting attached to me. I've been to 8 different elementary schools. I moved around a lot when I was younger, and so I couldn't keep the same friends. And so I always felt like everybody's back was always turned on me, that whenever I needed them the most, they would leave. I only have a few people that stay with me now, and that's her and one of my best friends. I've known her for 6 years. Her family basically adopted me in. And I know that if I ever need a place to go, no matter what time of day, I can call either one of them.
Yeah. I told her I'll even walk to her house just to, like, walk with her to mine.
And where I'm moving, it's not that far.
Yeah, it's really not that far as the place she's living right now is. Okay, next one. Which one should we do?
Confidence.
Confidence. Okay, confidence is basically really our
our main issue.
Yeah, definitely one of our main issues. We've both been basically chubby kids, and kind of still are. Even though it's slowly going away, like, we still are.
For her, it is.
It's kind of going away for you, so shut up. But even then, we still have confidence problems. We always will. Like, it's kind of a part of us. It's part of our childhood. We definitely got picked on a lot when we were younger, and it definitely kind of stayed with us. I personally got called fat a lot. Said basically, no one will ever like you, no one will ever love you. Shit like that.
Like, the only way me and her ever get to express the pain that we feel because of it is through writing out our thoughts, writing down poetries, writing songs, and just sitting there and drawing our feelings out.
Case scenario, self-harm. That's one of the worst.
We've both done that before.
Yeah. And we both slap each other for it when we see what we've done to each other.
I haven't done it in a while, but
I haven't either.
I still had the scars across here for a while, because I always cut up here because nobody could see that.
I actually have no scars. I cut my wrist because it was the easiest to access. But there's, like, no scars. There's a little black stuff here, but that's for marker.
Yeah.
That's about it. I don't have scars.
But,
and I self-mutilated for about, I want to say, 3 years?
What does mutilated mean?
Basically, like, hurting yourself. But, like, for about 3 years. 3 years.
Sorry if I sounded stupid. I just didn't know what the fuck she was talking about.
But it was definitely, I was being very emotional then, and hormones didn't help as well. I was going through a time where I lost someone very dear to me. Basically, he was like someone I looked up to, someone that was always there for me, and stuff like that.
Basically, it was like her brother.
Yeah.
He was always there.
Hard to lose him. I lost him to a drunk driving accident. He was on the way to pick me up from school. And that was it'll be 4 years in October.
On his birthday.
Yeah. Which is the suckiest part, because we were a week apart, and there is a change.
We're letting it on.
Yeah. It's definitely sucky to lose someone that you grow so close to. I guess that's when I started pushing people away from me. Right after about that.
He moved.
Right after about the time he died, his mom kind of started calling my house, being like, you're the person that killed my son and all this. And I was actually really close with his mom. And for her to kind of turn around and blame me for his death when I'm still grieving, like, the only thing that kind of came to mind for me to do was hurt myself, because that's the only way I could release anything. And kind of, okay, my dad's a psychologist. Well, he's studying psychology, and
I don't like psychiatrists. They always tell me how many problems I have. Look, I already know how many problems I have. Just shut up. Give me the meds. No, I'm kidding.
He basically kind of shut me off. Like, he treated me more like his patient than his daughter at times. And that definitely also hurt. That definitely added a lot to it. And being bullied at school, like, Sam, which was his name, was the only person that really stood up for me at that school. He was, like, my best friend and everything, practically my brother. But like, everyone started calling me emo, being like, you're the reason he died and all this. When it really wasn't even my fault. His brother was the one that was driving him to the school to come pick me up, because he wanted to spend his birthday with me. It's not my fault that he got hit. Fate is fate. You can't fuck with fate. That's basically what we live by.
But what I want to say is, if you're getting bullied at school because of your weight and it's like bringing down your self-esteem, don't let it affect you.
Yeah, don't.
Because there are people out there who will love you for you.
And if you think about it, there's people out there. Think about Adele. People call her fat all the time.
But you know what? Guess what? She's way richer than them.
And she's absolutely gorgeous. If you think about it. She's gorgeous. Even if she's chubby. If she's the way she is right now, she's still absolutely gorgeous. Even if she shed her weight, she would still be gorgeous. And then people would be like, oh, you're so pretty and everything. But it's like, really? You're just basically being fake and not so rich.
Here's what's wrong with society. You're either too fat, you're too skinny, you don't have the right hair, your hair's too long, your hair's too short. Your teeth aren't white enough, your teeth aren't not as white. Basically, you have to be absolute perfect. What the fuck is perfect? That's what I want to know.
Same here. Like, perfect in our world doesn't exist. We'll be like, oh my god, you're so fucking pretty. But we know you're not perfect. We know no one is perfect. We're definitely not perfect. Because we've dealt with so much in our past.
We've screwed up a lot.
Oh my god. We've screwed up more than we can count.
Yeah. We've made so many mistakes, and we don't judge people by the mistakes they've made.
No. We never will judge you by the mistakes you've made. Like my sister, for example. She got pregnant at a really early age. This is someone besides her.
Yeah, not me.
But she got pregnant at a really early age. Well, not really early, but still early. She was 16 when she got pregnant. And the boy that knocked her up was a 21-year-old. He stayed around and everything, but they just definitely had a lot of problems and everything. He's actually turning 5 in July. And they've supported him all throughout his life so far. And hopefully I know she will. I know she'll stay that way. Like, and our family's always going to be there for her. Yeah, I know. I don't want it. But I know our family's always going to be there for her, no matter what. Like, we knew she wasn't going to give him up for adoption, or she wasn't going to have an abortion. That's just how we kind of are. Our family is.
Okay, so basically the legit thing of this issue.
Okay, let's write this stuff down so we can remember the topics.
We already did emotional issues and then confidence issues. But the main thing of this issue is be yourself. And if nobody loves you for you, say fuck them all.
Be like, fuck you, I don't give a shit what you think. You basically have to learn, like, if you're getting bullied, basically kind of try learning to basically not care what people think. I learned that at an early age. Basically be like, I don't care what you think. You can think all you want, but it's not going to affect me.
So that took me a long time to realize that, because I've had, so many people in my life, but all throughout school I was called chubby, I was called fat, ugly, you have a fat face and everything. I have low self-esteem against that. I still do. I'm not gonna lie. I do
too. Like, I might not seem like it, but we have that problem. Like, you see us in school, and we're in a class with people, like, well, at least me. If I'm in a class with people I kind of don't know, I'll tend to be, like, the shy person. I won't really come out of my box around them, and I hardly will if I do.
The only time I talk to people in class is if they come up and talk to me.
Yeah, same here.
If you come up to me, talk to me, be nice to me, I'm going to be nice right back to you.
But it's definitely a problem, especially for younger girls, and they're trying, basically, they like someone, basically. And they want to be like, oh, I like you and everything. It's definitely a confidence issue, because you're scared you're going to get turned down. You're scared that they're not going to like you back and everything. But it really, it won't matter, because you're you. If they don't like you for you, fuck them, basically. You'll end up finding someone that does like you for you and can love you for you, no matter what.
Okay, next issue is mental issues.
Oh, mental. The ones we've been diagnosed with. Do you want to start this one?
Basically, I might as well have been diagnosed with this. Listen to me. ADHD. If you have ADHD,
you know it's a problem.
Yeah. Because you're sitting there and you can't concentrate. You're like trying so hard to concentrate, but you just can't. You're trying to make sure that you're focused on this, but as soon as one little thing pops up, like, oh hey, I'm thirsty. Like, guess what? I'm gonna go get me a Dr. Pepper. Then you sidetrack the entire rest of the day. It's hard. It's really hard. And if you have ADHD, take it slowly, one step at a time. It's gonna be frustrating.
Tell your parents.
Yeah, tell your parents. Be like, I need your help.
Meds
I can't
can
do this alone.
Help with that. I know for a fact. I have a uncle that has severe, very bad ADHD. Like, he'll be sitting there 1 second and he'll have to start moving and everything.
And, like, just talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your teachers.
Tell them you're having those problems. And, like, especially your teachers. Tell them that you have that problem and you get distracted very easily. They'll help you keep on track, basically.
And if they don't help you, ask your friends.
Definitely.
Your friends, like, they will try to be there for you no matter what. If they are your real friends, they will definitely be there.
They'll be there for you every step of the way.
Like, her and my other best friend, love that girl to death. God, I don't know what I would do without her. I mean, she stuck with me through some hell. She's dated a guy that I've hated, and I've hung out with people that she's hated, but you know what? We still stuck through it. I mean, she knows about, everything about me. So does this one here.
And you know everything about me.
Yep. But your friends will definitely help you. Your friends and family. But if you don't have a very supportive family, well, that's another topic. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. Okay, next one.
Okay.
Next thing you've basically been diagnosed with.
Next one, depression.
Oh, yeah.
I have, like I said before, I felt like I've been abandoned. So every time I feel like someone has turned their back on me, I go into a deep depression.
It's hard to anchor out.
Like, you'll see me and you'll see me smiling and everything, but as soon as you turn your back, I'm just out of it.
Bottomless pit.
Yeah. I go completely numb and I drown out the world. Like, I basically listen to all my music to help me get out of it. But even my music is depressing. So that doesn't really help that much.
Definitely, if you're in a funk like that, don't listen to depressing music. Some people it actually helps. Some people it doesn't. It just puts you even further in your funk. Basically, I like to listen to definitely, what's her name? Oh my god, I can't remember her name. Avril Lavigne. Yeah, Avril Lavigne. Definitely I listen to her a lot when I'm depressed. She definitely helps. Certain songs. If like they're the sad, slow songs, definitely skip over those if you have her albums. Whatever. I can't talk. But another person. Well, I listen to the Step Up albums. Step Up, like the movies. I listen to those. Those definitely help me.
The Beatles, they help. They definitely help. Gerard Way from My Chemical Romance. He has some depressing albums, but
he can definitely help. There's actually
their new album, Danger Days, and the True Lives of Fabulous Killjoys. That is actually one of his most upbeat albums. He has been through so much in his life. He's been through the same things we have, being called fat and ugly and everything. Except for he's been on drugs.
Yeah, I'll talk about. Ooh, we need to put past on here.
Yeah, but
we'll talk about that next after this.
Okay, he's been on all kinds of drugs, any drugs that we can really think of at the moment. But he got his life together. He now has a beautiful wife. He has loving wife and an adorable baby girl.
Yeah,
adorable baby girl. She's gonna be 1 this year.
She's gonna be one hell of a pretty girl, though.
She is.
They're gonna definitely have some troubles in high school keeping the boys from her. Okay,
but she's
next mental issue.
Okay, that's all I can think of for me.
Yeah. Mine definitely emotional issues. That kind of ties in with mental. Depression. I have very severe depression. I was actually on medication for it for a while, but I kind of weaned myself off of it. It definitely took a lot to get myself off of it, because you're so used to taking it and your body feels so weird without it. So it's definitely an obstacle, but you gotta get over it if you don't want to be taking the meds all the time. Depression for me was very severe, like I've said. Back to the Sam thing, I got in depression right after he left, basically, and I couldn't get out. No matter what anyone did, I couldn't get out. Everyone would tell me I'll be okay, I'll be happy again, and everything. I didn't believe them. And I've cut myself, like I said, and I tried overdosing on pills as well. I'm surprised I'm not a druggie, but then again, I don't get addicted to stuff very easily. But I tried cutting, I tried overdosing, none of it worked. So I just kind of came up with the conclusion, I can never die. You'll hear me say that a lot if you know me. If you say I'm going to kill you or something like a joke, I'll be like, no, you can't. I can't die.
be like, psh, bitch, please, I never that.
Exactly. But that's definitely hard to think about, is leaving everyone. If you think about running away, like, when I think about running away, well, when I did, I thought about the people I was leaving behind. The people I mostly thought about were my little cousins. My little cousins I'm very close to. And thinking about leaving them would definitely be one of the most painful things, because I've kind of watched them grow up for like the last 3 years. And it's definitely hard to think about leaving them. It's like leaving your kid after you've been with them for like 10 years.
Another thing on that, like, whenever I thought of running away, this is the little girl I would think of. That's my niece. I lived with my aunt at the time she was born. And if I start crying, I'm sorry. I love this little I love this little girl with us. That she's my baby. I don't know what I would honestly do without her. I never got to see her grow up. I remember always going to my mom's house while she was there and she was visiting, and just her coming up to me and looking at me and be like, hi, and then she would just hug me out of nowhere. It's like she knew who I was without even meeting me for the first time.
It's definitely hard.
Like, it hurt really bad knowing that I didn't get to be there for her. And now she calls me her teddy bear.
It's hard not watching your family members grow up. Also, like, when I'm in Texas, definitely during storms are kind of my worst emotional times. I'm definitely more emotional during them, because I don't know why, but the storms here in Texas bring up thoughts of my home in California, and it brings up my family.
It never rained.
Yeah, but it brings up thoughts of my family and not seeing my little cousins grow up, and Skyping them and then being like, "Who's that?" That definitely hits hard, because you've been there since they were like born, basically, and then you move here and you're talking to them and they don't even know who you are.
They're like, oh yeah, wait, where do I know you from?
Exactly. It's definitely hard not seeing my family. But I'm actually thinking about, I know she's gonna kill me for this if I don't take her, but I'm actually thinking about moving to California when I graduate and going to school over there, just so I can kind of be with my family. Because I basically lived with my family on the weekends. Like, I lived at my grandpa's house on the weekends. I slept there just so I could hang out with my little cousins and everything. It was definitely like a second home to me. So it's hard leaving that behind. Like, the night I left, me and my cousins were like a couple years apart, but we're practically like sisters. Like, we kind of just looked at each other. The realization hit that we weren't going to see each other for a long time. And we just busted up crying. And if you know me, you know I hardly ever cry. And if I cry, there's something really wrong. But we busted up crying. And I sat there crying until I left, practically. And then her dad, like right before I left, came up to me and hugged me. He's practically my second dad. And he almost cried. He's worse than me. He never cries. So kind of seeing him like that, yeah.
I remember when he moved from here, I was bawling that day.
He lived here in Texas for about 8 or 9 months.
It didn't even seem like that long.
Yeah, it didn't.
It felt like he just got here, I swear.
But we helped him move, and we're sitting in his room the day he's moving and everything. We're helping him. Me and her look at each other. And
it finally hit us that he's not coming back.
He's not going to be coming back, and he's not going to be staying. And we kind of lost it.
He didn't put me in a charger.
There's a charger over there. But it definitely hit us hard. A lot of moments hit us hard because we get so close to people, like in our family, and then we realize they're gone.
I had to lock myself in the bathroom so I wouldn't let him see me
I wouldn't
cry.
let her lock herself by herself. Because
there was nothing in there.
Still, you and me can find ways. So, yeah. Okay. Now on to
body issues.
No past. No, let's go on. Let's go on to past though, because I want to get that done. Well, okay, wait. We're gonna cut this video and then we're gonna upload a second part of this because I don't want it to be too long to where YouTube will.
Yeah, we only did 3 out of 7.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna be adding more. So,
So
this is part one. There will be a part 2 coming up very soon. And bye.